Hi, welcome again to Roxannia Speaks. And today I was just looking at my family chat and I saw a video with this little boy and his sister and his family and where they live and it was a good feature. But I just cannot believe that in 2022 we still have people living in Jamaica in these conditions. I was taken aback because I knew poverty was real, but I never knew how extreme it still is today. And it is sad. Um, as a nation, I think that we should all do better. There are a lot of persons who are gifted, who can do, even if you're not gifted. But the fact say, if you can help out, if everybody should give that family one single item, food item, or one clothing, or one plate, one fork, or something, at the end of the day, that family would be in a better position. There are several people I realize who are going around and buying numerous houses just to amass wealth, and nothing is wrong with trying to be comfortable and trying to create wealth, but at the same time, we have to use our conscience, if that is it. So you have those who cannot afford to buy a house and those who don't live anywhere pretty much, and then you have those who are buying two three houses and renting it out for this exorbitant amount of money. And then there are the other persons who barely live in a house, don't have any running water, still going outside to use a kitchen or going outside to use a bathroom. It is very, very, very sad. Um, but in the midst of all of that, the little boy still excels at school. And this is just to show he has a bright future ahead of him, or he thinks. He did not let his circumstances prevented him from excelling. He used what he had available, what resources um he has, to you know the best of his ability. So as I said, that some people are more privileged and they're able to afford several houses. I don't know. But I am yet to hear of the developers, all of them coming together, buying a plot of land and building houses for persons who are in a destitute situation, persons who are unable to fend on their own. Of course, after doing your thorough assessment. But they can come together and build something. So it's not always looking at food for the poor to come and build up some board houses and so on, some one projects. But they can come together as group of contractors and decide to give back to those who are less fortunate. A lot of person situations are different. Sometimes people are we might ask the question, so what them did I do? What them never that save? Who now work? And we ask all these questions, and sometimes um it may seem easy, but if you get to have a conversation with these persons, they'll tell you how long the struggle was there, and they too probably are victims of their circumstances, and it tend to fall down. They may not, as parents, be not able to go to school, and so they may not have a good education. They didn't get a good foundation to begin with, and therefore the problem started there. And so, as parents, myself, we try in this generation, 80s baby, try to make sure that we prepare a foundation for our kids so that we don't have to grow, or they don't have to grow as my parent did, my mother and father and my grandparents did, to kind of break that curse. Looking back at Delano and the type of person he is the character traits that I see in him is of a leader, somebody who will tell a story one day, a very compelling and motivating story to others. Because some of the kids are very privileged. They're in a house with running water. They have a roof over their head. The kitchen is there, the food is there, everything is there, and they are still not excelling, and they complain about everything. Some of these students even go as far as to to cuss and maybe even take their own lives because of things that they want and they cannot get. And this little boy, he is just so humble, he's just so obedient. Anything at all his mother asks him to do, he will do it and he will not complain. Even at school, the teacher spoke about him and his whole attitude. He had to do his practical. If for some people, they would have been so ashamed to send a video with some of these things are shown, but it is his reality. And the fact that he looked beyond that because he saw something ahead, he needs to get a good grade for his SBA. And so the other things become unimportant. And this is something too, we need to stop thinking about what others think about us and look at the bigger picture. Sometimes it prevents us from excelling, prevents us from moving forward. I mean, that video this morning, I don't know how long ago this video came out, but I first saw it this morning and I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that in this day and age, these things are still happening. The little boy don't have any electricity. God bless his neighbor. He misses out on online classes and so on. He still manages to do well in his CSEC. He still manages to be top in his class, getting all those trophies and those certificates. Very well done. I hope that Jamaica and the world, because it is on the internet, so it's worldwide, it has gone viral, and I realize a lot of persons are stepping out to help. And I'm glad whomever did this feature did it, because they say closed mouth can't be fed. And if you don't tell people that you're going through certain problems, they won't know. They can't read minds. You understand? So it's good that this feature came out. Persons know about him, know how they can help the family. And we too struggle at times with this closed mode because you don't want to be burdened to everybody. In this day that we're living in, I mean, the times are so hard. Everybody have their own problems. So persons tend to keep it to themselves and not say it to anybody. And sometimes these same problems are what cause us to be very ill because of the stress. So I just want to speak up on that, and I hope some of these students who are more privileged at home take some notes or some pages from Delano's book in terms of his character, or humbly is obedient, the drive for success, and apply it to their own lives. That's all, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to speak up about things. Again, some of these things are eye-opener to ourselves, it motivates us, and sometimes some of these things that we speak about will help others. Thank you for listening. Bye. Until next time.